Well, you made it. We're finally diving into business law. Obviously, we kind of talked about business law throughout the course, but now we're finally getting to it. One thing I'll say is that business law, while I do find it pretty interesting, tax is more important for the exam. So if you are finding that you're having difficulties with tax, make sure you're focusing on that because you should not go into the exam unless you've got everything on the memorization guide down, unless you can answer Sims and multiple choice questions dealing with partnerships, S corps, corporations. However, I generally do find that these topics we'll go through when it comes to business law are pretty interesting, and that's where we're going to find ourselves with our agency law. So you could really summarize this one up as just agency law. However, we're dealing with both the principals and the agents, and then third parties as well, as we'll see. What is the authority of these individuals? What are the duties of them? As well as what are their liabilities? Let's dive into our learning objectives before we jump right in. Couple points here, and yeah, this doesn't encompass everything. We'll see full side items as well as other avenues we need to discuss. But first, and generally, overall, we want to recall the types of agent authority. Do you have express authority? Do you have implicit authority? If you don't know what those means, we'll definitely talk about them. We also want to identify whether an agency relationship actually exists. This contract law, a lot of lessons like this in business law, you're going to be presented with a scenario and you have to be familiar with them. There's only so many scenarios you'll see. So the more you practice, eventually you'll get to all of them. That takes a lot of work, but generally, yeah, you'll be given a scenario and you need to understand, is this an example of agency law? Who has responsibilities to who? What's going on? We also want to explain the various duties and liabilities of both agents and principals. Principals being the ones who generally hire the agents. We'll obviously talk about that and much more. Lastly, we want to identify the duty or liability of an agent or a principal in a given specific scenario. Nothing too wild here. We're going to make this one fun, engaging. I think more fun and engaging than tax just because of the nature of the topic. But of course, I do my best to make all the lessons fun and engaging. Let's dive right in and get started. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of cpa.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.